Hi everyone, my name is Rashid. Today is the 17th of September 2023 and I'm making my weekly predictions for Tesla. We'll go over the monthly, weekly, and finally the daily charts, and I'll give my overview of the prediction for the week. As usual, it's important to cover the disclaimer that all information in this video is completely educational and using it for trading purposes unadvised, because you should conduct your own analysis before doing so to avoid unnecessary losses in the market. As it's done, let's proceed to the monthly charts, where we can see here that in the month of July we had a spinning top candle, and then this next month here as well we had another spinning top doji, or like a hanging man type of candlestick. There are two very indecisive or kind of bearish candlesticks, so it was important to wait for a clear signal. Obviously we can't predict on the month so far, but we can see currently that it is quite bullish. If we look at the RSI here, the RSI did cross the average from below, which in itself is quite a bearish signal, and it has continued to go up. So we can take it into conclusion that the market still is quite likely to continue going upwards based on this movement, at least for the next month. So let's head to the weekly chart here, where we can see this price action in a little bit more detail. So we had a short downwards rally here, which was then met by an upwards green candle, a counterattack. Then we had two doji and spinning top candles, very indecisive candles, and I mentioned the last 2 weeks to wait until we have a strong candle in either direction, and this week we got it. We can see that there was a huge gap upwards, and then the market continued to proceed upwards, and we have this very strong bullish candle, and naturally we have a very strong bullish signal. And if we look here at the RSI, we can see that the RSI has crossed the average from below and towards up. So again, we have another strong bullish signal confirming this as well. So the weekly chart shows us there is a very strong likelihood of the market continuing to go upwards because of the RSI crossing the average and there being a huge gap in the price action and continuing to close above. So this we can get from the weekly chart. So now let's head over to the daily chart. We're going to see this price action in a little bit more detail. We can see that here we had 2 weeks where where the market was inside this range. Then we had a large gap up, and then the market did continue to go upwards. So in order to set a plausible range for the market, we know that there's a high possibility that it continues to go upward, since the average RSI is going up and so is the normal RSI. We can see that there has been an upward slope so far, and we can see that this is around the middle. So in order to keep it safe, we say that it's going to go upwards. That's my prediction for the week for sure for Tesla, that the market is going to go upwards. And we have set this resistance here, and if it does break it, then we have another strong bullish signal. However, if it does rebound downwards, then we have a technical method to test whether the market has enough bullish conviction to continue this price action. So that's the prediction for the week. One thing to note here for sure is that the FOMC meetings and the Fed interest rate decision is coming up this week as well. So although technical analysis may suggest that the market is going to go upwards, this data and the FOMC meetings can quickly sway the market in the opposite direction. Therefore, in order to be conservative, it's also a good option to wait until 20th September, until the data and the meeting is over, and then based off of the information, then take a position into whichever direction the market is heading, since these two events in particular have a tendency to sway the market in whichever direction, which can be completely negated by any technical analysis whatsoever. Regardless, as per my prediction, the market is to go upwards, and we have set a support and resistance, which we will cover next week when I go over the prediction for that week. And on this note, I would like to conclude the video, and I'll see you next week where I make my prediction for Tesla. So thank you for watching, and enjoy.